Hello, Sunnyside. What a blessing it is to have the opportunity to come before you to just share some information with you that I think you just might want to know. Very quickly, the next election is right upon us. And there are some things then that have just been coming through the mail, and I've just been bombarded with information, and I assume that perhaps you have been as well. So I decided I'd like to just spend this time just sharing some information, sharing some thoughts with you about how I went through to decide what I'm actually going to do. At the same time, to tell the truth, I have not voted. But I will tell you that Tuesday will not come and go by unless I actually do. The first thing I'm going to share with you is something that just continues to come up on my computer screen. Okay, and I do tend to take part in petitions, and I've come to the conclusion that even as you take part in these petitions, when you ask for the results, I find then that the results don't go along with what I actually said. Okay, so it makes me wonder if someone who has a totally different opinion than I have are the ones that's putting that out. Okay. So according to a petition that's appeared on my computer that was sponsored by Elect Diverse Democrats, where former President Barack Obama is fighting to pass automatic voter registration, one of the questions that came up is, do you support Voting Rights Act? H.R. 1, a reform bill that would end partisan gerrymandering, stop voter suppression, and eliminate special interests from our elections. Okay, the teacher in me tells me I want to go back and just highlight some words. Make sure you know, what is the Voting Rights Act? How did that come about? Okay, and at the same time, feel free to give yourself a pat on the shoulder because our people made a whole lot of the things that they're trying to really eliminate came about because of the actions of our relatives, of our friends and relatives. You need to know that as part of your history. What is H.R. 1? Okay, that's a reform bill that would end partisan gerrymandering. Stop again. What is gerrymandering? Okay, check that out. Okay, check that out. Again, it really affects us. I left out the party. Okay, but it says voter suppression. What is voter suppression? Oh my goodness, you need to know what that is. Okay, and eliminate special interests from our election. Even though Democrats have the majority, the Senate filibuster, there's another word, filibuster. The Senate filibuster allows for 41 Republicans to block any Democratic bill from being passed. The filibuster was used to block debate, which in essence kills the bill before it can even go to the president. Okay, so just kind of be aware of the way things work. The GOP, what is the GOP? The GOP is pushing over 489 bills to suppress the right to vote in 49 states. Guess what state we live in? The one where that is not being urged. So why are they fighting so hard to suppress so many of our votes as possible? Do you think perhaps that someone sees the value of your vote? Okay. Go online, iwillvote.com. for information. Also, or go to lavote.gov, okay? Just check things out. As I was listening to the radio, okay, I came across two very, very involved female who I have a tremendous amount of respect for. One said, "Don't give your power away." And another one said, If you didn't vote on Tuesday, then don't call my office on Wednesday to complain. Okay, so that's Dr. Shirley Weber and Holly Mitchell, okay, the chair of the Board of LA County Supervisors. Again, handle our business, handle our business. Others know the power that we have, but again, we need to make sure that we know it and pass it on. Okay, I start out, and again, I say that I've just been bombarded with information, and I'm going to just share some of the things that have come through our mailbox. Okay, I start out by sorting some of the 50, I say at least 50 plus pieces of mail information as it arrives. So, first of all, I ask, well, who is it from? And then I ask, well, would that organization have my best interest at heart? Okay. Then I tend to just scan it. Okay. And all of these are things then that as I look through, I came to the conclusion, nah, no thank you. But as I scan it, okay, I tend to ask, well, who are they suggesting that I vote for mayor? Who are they suggesting that I vote for U.S. senator? What about for sheriff? And if there's a discrepancy there, if we don't agree, then I realize and I need to just put all of that aside, okay? So my pile is going down just a little bit, okay? Then I decided, well, I will look at my official sample ballot, okay? And in that ballot, I would go through and I would fill out people who I think I want, okay? I would consider the party endorsement. So if you know what political party you're for, chances are the two of you think along the same lines. So I tend to vote along party lines as well, okay? And then in this sample ballot, I look and I look to see if the candidate has made a statement. And I'll also read the different measures that are put out and read the pros and the cons. All right, continuing on with this bombardment of information that came forth. Okay, as I receive information in the mail, if there are multiples, okay, if I've gotten something already, okay, I try to put that aside, okay, because the pile continues to grow. Okay, so do know that some flyers are put together if people would pay for them. Now, as you get your information, look and see if there's an asterisk. If there's an asterisk there, that means then that okay, let me tell you what this one says. Appearance on this mailer does not necessarily imply endorsement of others appearing on this mailer, nor does it imply endorsement of or opposition to any issues set forth in this mailer. Appearance is paid for and authorized by each candidate and ballot measure, which is designated by an asterisk. All right, so sometimes you'll get folders, you'll get these flyers, and I know we used to always wait for one to see, oh, what is Maxine suggesting, you know? Then you read that little thing that says, that's not necessarily what she has to say at all. That means that somebody wanted to be on this flyer because she was there, all right? So take the time to, again, just be informed, be armed with information, all right? On one hand, they want you to be, okay, as I'm reading about things, okay, I have this little green sticker here that says, read the sample ballot. Read your sample ballot, okay? Here's one that's saying, vote no on ULA and SP, the largest tax increase in LA history. If you'll take the time and read that, okay? They're saying that it will cost, it says that it would cost so much. It'll cause your taxes and all to go up. So as I took the time to read that, it said that it was talking about It says that the tax on real property transfers over $5 million and 5.5% on properties over $10 million or more. Sunnyside members, this should not negatively impact you. I don't know of any of us that who have property that's worth $5 million, okay, and $10 million or more. It's not gonna affect you at all. Okay, so again, read the small print. Take the time to read the pros and the cons of things as they appear. All right, and again, also look and see who is putting forth that information. Look and see who is putting forth that information. All right. Here's another one. Same issue. Measure ULA establishes the most significant citizen oversight in history. Who's putting this out? Well, this is sponsored by United Way of Greater Los Angeles, the Community Coalition. Community Coalition was an organization that was started by Karen Bass, okay, and any number of groups so that the good of the community was looked out for. Okay, this is from the Los Angeles County Federation of Labor, okay, LA Family Housing. They say just the opposite about your taxes going up, okay? Vote yes on measure, okay? This is put out by United in House, LA. Again, you want to look at the information, who is sending it out. Do they have your best interest in heart, in mind? All right, so here are yes, and here are yes, and here are no's. You are the voter. You decide what is in your best interest. I had said that I was going to really be fair and read information from both sides, okay, as I'm thinking about the issue about the position of mayor in Los Angeles. This morning, as I was listening on the radio and saw in the paper also that one of the candidates has spent over $100 million, okay, toward this election. And the other candidate has only spent $8 million. So the question is LA for sale? I don't think so. And so since one has put out $100 million worth of advertisement, okay, and the other had only put out $8 million, instead of trying to be fair, and again, I still am trying to be fair, okay, I'm going to just share one that we have not heard that much about. And again, that's a compliment also, because I have not heard a lot of negatives. On the one side, all I'm hearing is all the bad things that she did, okay? And I have not heard the bad things that he did, okay? So that's a compliment. The one thing I'm going to share with you, just in case you didn't get this flyer, okay, it says, meet the real Rick Caruso, registered Republican for decades, okay, not just 16 days before the election, before time was up to go on the ballot and all, but registered Republican for decades, donated more than $1,868,000 to Republicans, including anti-abortion politicians like Mitch McConnell and Kevin McCarthy. Billionaire developer who has never built a single unit of affordable housing. Okay, and that's the thing then that's being discussed now about how much is going to be spent on affordable housing. Again, you've had the opportunity. Why have you not built just a single unit? A single unit, okay, for those then who would benefit from it. Again, only vote for those who you feel have your best interest in mind. And I won't tell you who to vote for, but again, let that sink in. Okay. As I'm continuing to go through, and again, I'm just sharing information that you might already have. Okay. Again, check the asterisks. Check the asterisks. See who is sponsoring it. See who is sponsoring it. And as I look at this, I'm seeing asterisks all over the place. asterisks all over the place. The only one that does not have an asterisk then is the one then by the member of Congress, okay, Karen Bass, okay, and some people who are officially endorsed by the College Professors Guild, okay. So these four for seat number 2, 4, 6, and 7. But at the same time, there is an asterisk by that organization here as well. Okay, so again, be conscious as you're voting, okay? Most of these are from really encouraging you to vote for the same person, okay? Okay, all right, Sydney. Okay, Sydney Kamlager, okay? That's who Karen Bass is encouraging then to take her seat in Congress. All right, so just be aware. And as one of her things, just as a parent, it kind of caught my eye. As a mother of a Black son, I wake up every day thinking about how to make sure he is safe, seen, and treated fairly. I think about what history I expose him to and what I shield him from. I go to sleep wondering if I did enough to give him a safer chance at life than Emmett Till or Trayvon Martin. We still have a lot of work to do to achieve racial justice and equity in Los Angeles. I will fight to make sure all our Black children and families are protected from anti-Black policies and practices. I won't waste this opportunity, okay? And I immediately thought about the fact that a couple of years ago, my son and several of his frat brothers were crossing some southern states, going back to Alabama to view a part of our history. And I was just on edge all while they were traveling because it's almost an unspoken given, well, to me, that if 4 young Black men are in a car, okay, to me, that's a danger signal, okay? Okay, as a parent, as a mother, because too many things have happened to our children over time. So anyway, just kind of be aware of little concerns that we need to make our kids even aware of. Okay. Again, just sharing things that are in my mail. Okay, it's probably in yours as well. Okay. Okay, Lola Smallwood. Okay, Cervasas. Okay, for a state senate. Okay, just be aware. Okay. All right, and she is. Oh, okay. All right. But again, look and see who is sponsoring folks. That's my message. Look and see who is sponsoring folks. All right. I'm not sure, but I'm wondering if her husband, okay, Cheryl Turner, I'm wondering if her husband was present at our last event. And I think he was one of the singers. I said I needed to ask Mila M. Okay. But again, look and see who is endorsing folks. Look and see who is endorsing folks. Okay. Very good. But again, it kind of hurts when I see people of equal qualities, okay, of sisters fighting for the same position, okay, for brothers fighting for the same position, okay. As it comes to the different propositions that are there, take the time, read it, okay. All right. I see no, okay, no, okay, and Proposition 26, okay, that doesn't mean that I'm going to vote no, okay, but again, read and see what is this proposition all about. Look and see who is sponsoring it, okay. Proposition 27, okay, and this is the one thing I've heard over and over again, that this proposition turns virtually every cell phone, tablet, and laptop into a gambling device. Okay, our kids already have their heads buried in our phones and all, okay? Again, there may be another view, another side. Take the time to look at the pros and the cons, and with you being the voter, you are the one that will decide. It seems that every time we have an election, there is something about dialysis, okay? About dialysis, okay? So Proposition 29 threatens my life, okay? Please don't put my life in jeopardy. Vote no on 29. Take the time to read. Well, what is this argument about? And why does it keep coming up? Okay, and at the same time, look and see who is sponsoring it. Look and see who is sponsoring it. Okay. As I am getting ready to close, all right. I remember I became actively involved in local politics when the first Black mayor of Los Angeles was running. His name was Tom Bradley. And everybody that I knew, okay, especially college students and all, we really made it a point to actively engage in that process. And we're able to really meet some interesting people along the line. So Karen Bass, as she is running for mayor, okay, would be the first Black female, okay, mayor. I just thought about that, or I heard that this morning, okay? So she has always protected our health and safety. And, okay, so she started out in the health field, okay? As mayor, Karen Bass will work to house people immediately and make LA safer and more affordable for everyone by, again, housing 15,000 people in the first year. Okay, and the question is, maybe hers is smaller than the other person, okay? But is it more realistic? Is it realistic? Is she talking about warehousing people, okay? Okay, will people actually commit to going into a place that's more or less like a dormitory? Okay, how realistic are the proposals that's being presented? She is suggesting keeping Angelenos from losing their homes by building and protecting affordable housing. Okay, of that 100 million that has been spent, how much has been affordable? Okay, she is suggesting keeping jobs with a living wage and expanding educational opportunities. Again, who is supporting your candidate? And it's up to you to decide. It is up to you to decide. Okay. As I truly will close. Okay. And again, listen with kind of open ears. Okay. I might have made a one-sided presentation. But again, I'm not telling you who to vote for. Now, you, on the other hand, look and see. Okay, you are the voter. Okay, I'm going to urge you to, again, take the time, look at the pros and cons, vote for the person then that you feel has your best interest in mind. The person that perhaps had some similar experiences, some person that can really relate to you. So on November 8th, vote as if democracy depends on it, because it does, because it does. And in closing, okay, I'll close out with this. Hopefully you'll end up with any number of these over time, okay? Your vote is your voice. Speak, scream, vote. And do know you can vote today, okay, leading up to November 8th. You can vote now, okay? And in Los Angeles and California and all, we have been blessed with early voting, okay? Take advantage of that. And when you do, if you feel it is in your best interest for you to mask up, by all means, do so. God bless.